Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to another Tradin with RWC. This is a special episode because I have two books I'm reviewing, both the same title, really, but we have Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suite and the Umbrella Academy Dallas. Okay, first things first, these books uh, are both done by the same uh, creative team. Of course, the writing done by Gerard Way. Sorry, of My Chemical Romance fame. He's the singer. He does the writing on these books, and the artist is Gabriel. I don't know if it's Ba or Bay. Not sure. Sorry. But I know of him from book Casanova. I read that, and his art is. I didn't realize it was the same artist until after I looked him up. Because I read Casanova a while ago. I borrowed it from a friend. And the art was really crazy. The story was just absolutely nuts. But as I was reading this, as I was flipping through it, I was looking at the art and I was like, God, this really reminds me of Casanova. And I read this one in one day yesterday, and I read this one in one day today. Both were absolutely nuts. They're crazy. It's a crazy, messed up story. I'm going to do a terrible job trying to tell you all what it's about because I don't even know if I get what it's all completely about. So, first, I want to address the foreword or the introduction. The introduction to this book, the first volume, is done by none other than Grant Morrison. We all know who he is. And for him to do an intro to a book, an indie book, I think these were done by, Dark Horse. These were put out by Dark Horse. For him to do an intro to an indie book is crazy. And it kind of tells you something because it just kind of shows how great this story is. So, the intro to this book, done by Grant Morrison. The intro to this book, done by Neil Gaiman. Yeah, crazy. I read them both. I don't always read the introductions, but I did on these ones, especially when I saw who they were by. It was just insane. Both giving very high praise to the series, and well-deserved, in my opinion, because it's a great story, but it's insanely difficult to describe because there's just a lot that goes on with these. There's an underlying main story, but so many other parts compounded into this one 6-issue story. So we'll start off with what the Umbrella Academy is all about. At the very beginning, It has the weirdest beginning point. This is the beginning scene. I believe this is the cover of the first one. I'm not sure. But this is the beginning scene. This is the first page you open up to. And it's a wrestler atomic flying elbowing a squid in a wrestling match at 9:38 p.m. And at that same exact moment, I believe it's... Okay. At that same exact moment, 43 women all give birth to 43 children. Is that what it... No, just 43 children were born. So, at that exact moment of the atomic elbow being dropped, 43 kids were born. Some by women that were not pregnant. Of these 43, 7 kids survived. I think that's what it was. Sorry. I'm trying to remember as I'm doing this. Okay, it doesn't... Okay. So the children either died or were put up for adoption. 7 of them were adopted by Sir Reginald Hargreaves, also known as the Monocle. And he adopted these kids, and oh god, it's so hard to describe. Okay, he adopted the kids, kind of taught them. He's this crazy inventor, just... Oh my god. This is the worst review ever. The kids have special powers. Okay? All 7 of these kids have special powers. He adopted them, and I would say, like, was a father figure to them, but he consistently says, "Do not call me dad, call me the Monocle." So he's like a principal of the school, if you want to, if we'll say that. The kids want to love him, but he says he doesn't want their love. Either way, they go by numbers. He calls them by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They all have different powers. They all do different things. One, of course, is the leader, who eventually goes by Space Boy. I don't even remember the names. And, like, okay. The part of the craziness of these books is they all the kids who grow up to be adults all have 3 different names. Okay, they have their number, they have their code name, and then they have their real name that was given to them by their mother, who is like some crazy... I don't know if she's a robot or what. I was confused by the whole mother thing. This is just craziness. These books are absolutely crazy, but so good and so fun. There's no way I can do these books justice by doing reviews on them, because it's one of those things where you kind of have to read it. Because as you can see, as I'm trying to explain the origin of these kids, I'm having a very difficult time. And I just read these books. Like, just read them. For real. Read this yesterday. Read this 2 freaking minutes ago. I can tell you about this. This is about the assassination of President Kennedy. This is about someone trying to blow up the world. And really, they're both about people trying to destroy the world and the Umbrella Academy, like, preventing that from happening. So there you go. That's the underlying story. 7 kids save the world twice. Or a few times, actually, because the Eiffel Tower in this book goes crazy and tries to blow up the world. Yep. The Eiffel Tower. It's a spaceship flown by. Let me see if I can show you. Flown by this zombie dude. Yep. Zombie French dude. Right there. Zombie French dude who's flying the Eiffel Tower. It's crazy. It's awesome, but crazy. Absolutely bonkers, nuts, and there's talking monkeys. Yep. That's pretty much, that's all I got for you. Pretty great. Here. There's some awesome art. Yep. It's absolute craziness about 7 kids with superpowers that save the world multiple times. And it's written brilliantly. It's drawn magnificently. And I really, really like it. But it's hard as hell to try to explain. So, I'll just show you a few pages from each book, like I just did. And, we'll go from there. Yeah, here. We have dudes in, like, big bunny masks that kill people in this one. Yep. And let's see what else we got. Oh, you want to see? This is Heaven. That's Heaven. And there is a talking robot goldfish. That's my review. It's good. It's worth a read. It's fantastic. I believe they won some awards. I believe they won the Eisner Award for the first volume. Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, and the Harvey Award. Whatever that one is, I don't know. But, yeah. Pick it up. Pick it up and read it. It's definitely worth it. I promise. If you can find it for a good price, it's awesome. It's excellent. I just can't do a good job explaining it. Sorry.